I have one eyeball because my real one I lost to cancer. And I also have the largest prosthetic eye collection in the entire world, worth over $1 million, including the real eye that I lost. And growing up, the doctors and my parents always told me that I was different and I couldn't do a lot of things like those that have two eyes. And I was always determined to prove everybody wrong. So in today's video, I will be doing the hardest things that people with one eye or a missing eyeball shouldn't be able to do, because I'm gonna prove everybody wrong. So drop a like on this video and let's get started. So every level is going to get harder and harder until the last and final level, where I'm going to do something that nobody should ever do, even with two eyes. I am going to drive a car and possibly get in a car crash. I have no idea why I'm going to do that. But first, let's get started with level number 1. Level number 1 is pouring a glass of milk into a cup, because people with one eyeball have terrible depth perceptions and they can't see how far things really are. So I'm gonna try and pour a glass of milk right now, and we're gonna see how far it is off. And let's see if I can prove people wrong on level number 1. So here we go, and all right, I think it's lined up. Let's see if it goes in. Oh, I actually did it! Level number 1 was way too easy, so let's go on to a harder level, level number 2. Level number 2 is actually way harder than people would think it is, but people with one eyeball cannot catch balls at all, and that's why I never played sports like basketball or baseball, because I could never catch a ball. So right now, we're gonna see if I can catch a ball and prove everybody wrong that having one eyeball isn't as bad as it actually seems. So let's throw this ball in the air and see if I can actually catch it. So here we go, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Oh. 3, 2, 1. Yes, I did it! This is definitely getting harder, but none of these levels have anything on the last level in today's video, so let's just go on to level number 3. Level number 3 is one of the hardest things that a one-eyed person has to face on an everyday occurrence, because staircases are so hard because we only have one eyeball. We're not even actually that level. We're always off balance and leaning to one side, and we also can't see at all from one side. So I have to try to go up the staircase perfectly straight without hitting the railing at all. Now this is going to be extremely hard because I do this almost every day. And here I go, level number 3, and yo! See, having one eyeball isn't even that bad. I have now made it past 3 levels, so let's go on to level number 4. Level number 4, and the last and final level before we do something that I should never do in my entire life. I'm going to crash a car, and that could hurt me. But first we have level number 4, and it is playing pool and actually hitting the pool ball with the cue, which I have never done. I've never played pool in my life because having one eyeball is supposed to suck. So let's see if that is actually true. All right, guys, I have the pool stick. Let's see if I can actually hit the pool ball all the way down there to the other balls. So here we go, and yo, I actually did it! I have now gotten past 4 levels and proved everybody wrong that having one eyeball is actually not that bad. So now let's go to the last and final level, level number 5, because apparently you should never drive a car with one eyeball because you can only see half as what a normal person can see with 2 eyeballs. So you're never supposed to drive a car, and I'm gonna prove that wrong because I am going to do a demolition derby and crash a car while I'm driving it.
The stunt you're about to see is performed by a trained professional. Do not attempt to recreate it.
Okay, you're good.
So it is after the derby and my eyeball literally fell out halfway through the derby. I got rolled over and my eyeball came out. I put my eyeball in before the derby and it actually came out halfway through, which is crazy. But here is my car. It is completely ruined. The rear end of the car is literally on the ground and the front end of this car is so ruined. But out of 25 cars, I actually got 6th place, which is very, very cool. And it was my first time ever doing anything like that. But the crazy thing is that after all of this, I thought that my eyeball would not fall out in a car crash, but it turns out I got rolled on my side and my eyeball fell out. And then right after that, I actually went back into the car and I got my eyeball back and I put it back in and kept going. And then they let me keep going. And it was a very, very fun time, but I cannot believe that my eyeball literally fell out inside of this car. But this is how the car looks. And this was a very, very fun time. All right, guys, it is the day after the derby and everything is sore. I cannot believe that I got rolled over in a car and got in an actual car crash. I have never once in my life been in a car crash, but everything hurts, including my eye socket and everything. I have no idea why I did that, but I did prove that you can actually drive a car with one eyeball because I actually did really, really good in that derby, but I am so sore. I cannot believe that even my eyeball is sore. It is absolutely crazy, but that was by far the most insane thing I have ever done in my life, especially for a YouTube video. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in a couple days. Peace.